Welcome to Overwatch, the game where you pick only one hero and refuse to switch, we lose the game and I break my arthritis pills. And today we're gonna do just that with Soldier 76, codename Number 1 Dad. 76. The old, angry, tired of these youngster pieces of shit soldier who specializes in shooting the shit out of these young punks and using a legal aim hack. But what is Soldier's story? Soldier 76's real name is Jack Morrison. At 18 years old, he joined the military out of the gate with the intention of serving for a brief tour and then coming home to his family farm. However, his excellent work ethic and courage made the military brass intrigued in him and asked him to be part of a special soldier enhancement program, giving him superhuman speed, strength, and agility. Jack befriended a senior officer, Gabriel Reyes, also known as Reaper, and together, along with their other enhanced soldiers, they helped fight during the Omnic Crisis, even though they were always outnumbered, but still kicked their ass. He was then appointed as the official commander of Overwatch, whereas Reyes was passed over in the process. He then spent years looking for newer, more unorthodox soldiers and agents, training them as both their leader and protector. The true face of Overwatch. Soon, however, once Overwatch was hit by the series of allegations and scrutiny from the media and governments, Morrison was forced to try and hold Overwatch together against these lies. Finally, due to a constant grudge against Morrison, Reyes led an internal rebellion against the organization. The two men finally went to blows at their Swiss HQ, causing a massive explosion in the facility. Presumed dead, Morrison was buried at Arlington National Cemetery, with Reinhardt speaking very highly of his honor and duty. 5 years later, an unidentified vigilante going by the name of Soldier 76 raided and stole top secret Overwatch tech from multiple bases, with authorities stating that the man had superhuman speed and possesses military training. This, of course, was Jack Morrison, and armed with an Overwatch pulse rifle and other tech, he leads a crusade against those who destroyed Overwatch while simultaneously being the target of a massive international manhunt. And that's the story of fucking Overwatch, practically. Like, the whole story behind the game is wrapped up in Soldier 76's and Reaper's backstory. They are the two big baddies who are responsible for all the backstory we have today, and in a video like this, god, it's a mouthful. But what is he like in-game? Well, he has two memes about him. He's either the hard-working father who puts up with way too much and is all grumpy at them damn whippersnappers, or he is basically the embodiment of a daddy fetish and is drawn like a 22-year-old Abercrombie & Fitch model with white hair and a visor. It all depends on who's making these memes. But in-game, he's easily one of the most consistent jack-of-all-trades characters in Overwatch. He has everything a base offensive gunman should have, and he does a lot of things well. Jokes are made a lot that he's the Call of Duty character because he's the only one with a sprint ability and a basic machine gun style weapon, but as someone who's played enough Call of Duty to know every which way I can fuck your mother, he doesn't feel very caught in all honesty. But he does play very nicely. He's probably the most consistent damage of all the heroes and has a huge amount of versatility. He moves fast, shoots fast, and can chunk health bars fast. And his most recent buffs makes him crazy good. He hits so much harder now, and the constant banging on your character from his bullets will show you that he is the best dad in town. A Jack Morrison of all trades, if you will. Alright, let's break down 76's weapons and abilities. His primary weapon is a heavy pulse rifle. It's a rapid fire hit scam, does 20 to 6 damage, 10 RPS, 25 ammo, and a 1.5 second reload. His alternate fire is his Helix rockets. It's a linear splash projectile, does 120 damage in a 2-meter radius, and has an 8-second cooldown and does not headshot. His shift ability is sprint. He moves at 8.33 meters per second in movement speed, has no cooldown, and it goes until you cancel it. His E is his biotic field. It regens 40 health per second, it has a 5-meter radius and a 5-second duration and a 15-second cooldown, which in those 5 seconds heals 200 health total. Finally, his ultimate is Tactical Visor. You auto-hit all enemies in your little cone of fire. Have a 0.75 second reload instead. A 6-second duration, requires 2,075 charge points. However, you will not headshot anyone during this ability. Young punks, get out of my abilities. Soldier 76, the hardened old badass Captain America gravel-chewing soldier of Overwatch. He has so many different types of burly man stereotypes that he practically has become one of his own. A masked vigilante taken down by false allegations, forced to fight dirty on the streets and bring justice where he can. An old retired hero with a big fucking gun who has a voice David Hayter would find special and growls whenever he sees fit. Soldier 76 is everything silly about modern badass men put together in its own little package, and his gameplay feels like that as well. You see, when you have such casual shooty bang bang gameplay that Soldier has, which is so indicative of modern day shooters, it feels really easy to pick up. The difference is, however, that Soldier is the only shooty bang bang character in all of Overwatch, pretty much. He's the generic guy, which therefore makes him non-generic, and because he's fighting other opponents who don't have that generic gunplay either, he has to play differently than in other military shooters. It's so strange because he's the normal generic soldier guy in an extremely abnormal game, therefore making his playstyle in that game abnormal. He also has the equivalent of a noob tube. So fuck you. Here's the whole thing with Soldier. Do you want damage? Do you want damage against every kind of hero? Do you want to never miss a tank? Do you want just an overall strong, consistent hero across the board? And do you want to play as an old man? Then pick our Lord and Savior Reinhardt. Reinhardt, the man with the rectangle. Welcome to the Soldier 76 PSA. If I'm a soldier main, remember these things. Number 1, my biotic field is not only for me. Some of us good soldiers use it for you. Don't forget how much a little bit of health can save you. Stand in my field. Number 2, oh Reinhardt, I love you buddy, I really do. And like a good soldier, I stand behind your giant blue shield because I know I can fire through it. So when you constantly drop that shield to go hammer swinging, you're putting me at some serious goddamn risk. Please keep that shield up. Number 3. Please do not think that Soldier doesn't take any skill to play because he looks very basic. Hitting headshots is a big deal, and if I'm a good soldier, I'll be hitting more of those than body shots. Aiming is everything. Trust me, there's a skill ceiling. And number 4. Diva, I hate you. Stop blocking my shit. This has been a Soldier PSA. Thank you for watching. When it comes to people that Soldier counters, I personally believe Reinhardt, Diva, and Lucio are the best. Now here's the problem. Soldier is a jack-of-all-trades hero, so you can get dumpstered if the enemy player is good enough regardless of what hero they're playing, and this works both ways. Soldier can counter every hero if he's simply a good enough soldier, but in my personal experience, these are the 3 heroes that give me the most difficulty. Reinhardt because his shield will stop a fuckload of your damage and makes you really vulnerable to his backline shooting through it. Diva because she's mostly armor, which helps against Soldier's weapons, but also because her defense matrix just laughs at every form of attack you have. And finally Lucio because he is AoE constant healing, which with constant damage kind of cancel each other out a little bit. If I'm going with heroes Soldier counters, I go with Roadhog, Zarya, and Bastion. Roadhog because if you fire in his general direction, you're gonna hit him, plus his headshot hitbox is really big. Zarya because your shields are really good at stopping burst, but not so good at stopping major consistent damage, and Soldier just lays on heat over and over again, and he's a lot harder to hit thanks to his biotic field and sprint. And Bastion, because sitting still like he does just makes it really easy for you to pop shots on him or fire helix rockets. The best blue skin we have is that sick white jacket one. The best purple skin is either Jack Morrison starring in True Blood, or you can make a point that the gold skin is better. And the best legendary skin is easily Strike Commander Morrison, and if not that one, then I guess one of the 2 actual Call of Duty skins. The best emote is the laughing one, the best victory pose is the golfing one, his best voice line are either this one,
young punks, get off my lawn,
or the Departed reference.
I'm the one who does his job. I'm thinking you're the other one.
The best sprays are Old Man Halloween Morrison or the Wanted poster. And finally, this is his best highlight intro because he doesn't have a whole lot of really cool ones. So let's wrap up Soldier 76. He's a jack of all trades, great pick character at almost all times. He has consistent damage across the board and is a great carry character if you're excellent at aiming. He, however, gets countered by young kids' music and not growling at least 4 times a game. Alright, you know what time it is? It's sponsorship time. It's Loot Crate time. Hey man, I gotta get the money to buy myself an endless supply of s'mores Pop-Tarts, which is what I've been living on for the past couple days, and God, they're so fucking tasty. Like I said, I'm sponsored by Loot Crate. I know not every month has something you may be interested in, but this month, hey, maybe it can tickle your fancy a little bit more. The regular theme for Loot Crate this time around is Revolution with Mr. Robot, Firefly, Sideshow, and a couple others. The Mr. Robot thing really sticking out there because I know that's one fantastic show. However, for anime, it's Galaxy, being Cowboy Bebop, Sailor Moon, Robotech, and Space Patrol Lasuo? It's hard to pronounce, but hey, Cowboy Bebop and Sailor Moon, alright? Alright. But the one I'm looking forward to the most is Loot Gaming, being Ratchet & Clank, XCOM, Destiny, and, oh boy, Mass Effect. It's a space-themed crate, and Mass Effect is my #1 favorite game series of all time, with Andromeda right around the corner. I am so fucking stoked for this one. So that's the Loot Crate this month. If you want to check it out, please look at lootcrate.com/bricky. And if you want to save some money, maybe about 10%, let's say Loot Crate just happens to be 10% more money than you can afford, well, use my promo code BRICKY to save 10% off. Thank you very much. Perhaps it can make a very nice Christmas present, and hey, if you order anything, it supports me, and when it supports me, I can buy more of those fucking Pop-Tarts for Christmas. So check the description, give it a look, and thank you very much. And there you have it. This has been the One Trick Guide to Soldier 76. If you enjoyed it, a like would go a long way. If you want to come back and check out any other One Trick Guides on the channel, I will love you forever. Until next time, it's been Bricky Orchid 8, and get the fuck off my lawn. Bye-bye.
Play of the game.